Hello children. In our last video we had discussed about the definition of resource, and I guess many of you will be able to answer that. So what is a resource? Anything that has a use and a value is called as resource. ଯେକୌଣସି ଦ୍ରବ୍ୟ ଯାହାର ବ୍ୟବହାର ଅଛି ଏବଂ ତାର ମୂଲ୍ୟ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଆମେ ସମ୍ବଳ ବୋଲି କହିଥାଉ. Today we shall discuss 9 definitions related with resource. So let us begin. First is the natural resources. Resources that we get directly from nature are called as natural resources. They are also called as gifts of nature. Air, water, soils and minerals are examples of natural resources. We need air for the purpose of breathing, and the requirement becomes higher when we do pranayam or some physical exercise. So air is a gift of nature and it comes under natural resource. Water is used for drinking, cooking and so many other purposes. Without water we will not be able to survive. It is our one of the basic needs. So again, water is a gift of nature and comes under natural resource. Soil is used for cultivation of crops. Without crops we will have no food, and without food we cannot survive. So again, soil is a gift of nature and comes under natural resources. Coal is used as a fuel. ଜାଳେଣୀ ଭାବରେ କୋଲକୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରାଯାଏ, and again it is a gift of nature and comes under natural resources. Second, actual resources whose quantity is known. ସେହି ସବୁ ସମ୍ବଳ ଯାହାର ପରିମାଣ ଆମକୁ ଜଣା ଅଛି, that is called as actual resources. For example, oil reserves in oil producing countries. କେତେ ମାତ୍ରାରେ petroleum oil ଅଛି oil producing countries रे, that is an example of actual resource. Let us go to oil producing countries. In this map you can see the oil producing countries. They are your Iran. In center you can see Kuwait. In southwest you can see Saudi Arabia. To the south of Persian Gulf you can see United Arab Emirates. So this Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, these are the oil producing countries. Here oil does not mean your cooking oil. Here oil means petroleum. And you know the usefulness or utility of petroleum. And we know how much of petroleum exists in these countries. Kete matrare achi petroleum reserves, we know that, and they are called as actual resources. Similarly, in our Koraput district we have Panchapatamali hill. Aiti kete aluminium ore achi, we know that. Now third is your potential resources whose entire quantity may not be known. In actual resources we know that how much quantity is present, but in potential resources we do not know, right? Resources whose entire quantity kete parimanare achi amku jana nahi, and these are not being used at present. Au se sabu jinis bartaman re ବ୍ୟବହାର ho nahi, but तुमे माने जेतेबेले बड़ हे जिवो वे तो सेही समय रे से सब जिंस व्यवहार होबाकू लागिबो. So in coming years we will see that, for example, in future all your houses will have solar panel. Nowadays electricity gets produced from coal, which is called as thermal electricity, and that is produced in Talcher, and also electricity gets produced from water called as hydroelectricity. But this is the future. In future you will have houses where solar panels will be just like your Tata Sky, Airtel, Dish antenna. You will have solar panels in the roof of your house, and solar energy will be converted to electrical energy. Similarly, you can see in this calculator, in the top part you have a rectangular gray area. So in case the battery of this calculator gets over, you can keep this calculator under the sun. After some time you'll be able to use this calculator. And this is the future mobile. Solar panels are installed in the back of the mobile, so you don't have to use charging from you have to use charging from your socket, electrical socket. You can, when your battery gets over, battery of your mobile gets over, you can keep directly on the under the sun's rays. So these are some of the potential resources. Now fourth definition is biotic resource. This is very easy. They are living. Resources that are living are called as biotic resources. All your, how much cows are present in your area, fishes are present in the pond, goats, honeybee, plants, animals, they are come under biotic resource, right? So this is easy, biotic resources. Its opposite, non-living, they are called as abiotic resources. They are not living. So you saw coal, right? Coal is a non-living resource, so you can say it is a abiotic resource. Similarly, sun's rays. Now you can use sun's rays for producing for production of electricity. You can use sun's rays, and sun's rays have no life, so you can say that it's a abiotic resource. Then we shall discuss third, fourth, fifth, sixth definition, renewable resource. Renewable resource, first of all let us understand the meaning of these two words, renewable and non-renewable. Renewable means which can be used again and again, and non-renewable means which you can use, you can use for once only. For example, this battery that you use in your watch, you can use it for once only. You can use once only, and once this battery is over, you usually throw that battery. So you can say it's a non-renewable. एक बार खत्म, थोड़े सारी वाला बैटरी तो फपाड़ देले. But if the battery of a mobile becomes zero, do you throw that battery? No, we can again recharge it. So you can say we can again make it new. So again it's a renewable. Okay, we can renewable or replenishable. So remember these words. This is non-renewable or non-replenishable, but this is renewable. We can use it again and again. Okay, or you can say it is replenishable. So renewable resources can be used again and again. For example, your solar energy, your wind energy. But non-renewable resources cannot be used again and again. Why? Because it has a limited stock. Let us take the example of coal. Coal takes thousands of years for formation. It takes thousands of years. Now, once these resources gets exhausted means finished. It takes a long time for formation. So, coal can be, you can form the coal again. Coal can be created again, but it takes so much time that it is practically, once the stock of coal gets over, we cannot create new coal for say 10 lakh years or more than that. Okay, it takes thousands of years. And finally, we have two more varieties, ubiquitous resources. Ubiquitous means सर्वत्र उपलब्ध, जोटा कि सबुआडे मिली थाए. Now resources that are found everywhere are called as ubiquitous resources. You know the examples. Now last one is your localized resources. Resources which are found in certain places. संबल जोटा कि किछि अंचल रे ही मिली थाए. For example, coal is not everywhere. Coal is not found in your area. We do not find coal in your area. Similarly, diamond mines. Diamond mines in India is in Panna. In India, we do not have diamond mines everywhere. We find diamond mines in India only in Panna, that is in a town in Panna. It is in Madhya Pradesh. So we can say that it is a localized resource. But ubiquitous resources, they are available everywhere. Air is available everywhere. Water is available everywhere, right? So this is an example. This is an image of a mine, diamond mine, not in India. It is somewhere in Africa, I guess. And these are the bauxite ores, and from bauxite ores we get the bauxite mineral. We get the aluminium mineral from the bauxite ores, and aluminium is used for the construction of aeroplanes. Okay, so this is all about your resources. Thank you for your attention.